All right, it is that time that we do every Monday. And it's time to look into the future and make some predictions about this week of Miami Heat basketball. David, unfortunately, I don't have my hat today to make some predictions, but I do have the material. I have already looked into the future. Nostradumbwes has, and told us what it is that is about to happen this week. So
Excellent.
let's just jump right into it. We've got. Well, we should first recap last week. Not Nostradumbwes' best week. Monday against Memphis. Nostradamus was predicting that the Heat would win the rebounding battle. Miami did not. They lost that rebounding battle 47-36. But you know what? You can't get them all right. Wednesday against Milwaukee, Duncan Robinson was supposed to be Miami's leading scorer. He wasn't. That, in fact, was Caleb Martin, who scored 28 points. Duncan Robinson scored 6. He was actually the lowest scorer, second lowest scorer in the starting lineup that night, I believe. But Caleb Martin ended up dominating that night. But I just think it was a little glitch in the matrix a little bit because Duncan
Yeah.
Robinson ended up being the leading scorer the next game against Chicago. So I'm pretty sure we could just chalk that up as a win.
Yeah.
Right. And so my Saturday prediction was that Jimmy Butler would have at least 10 free throw attempts, but he didn't play. So that doesn't count.
Not your
And
fault.
Caleb Martin would dunk on Alex Caruso. Caleb Martin didn't play, and he was supposed to, but it was just
That was my bad. My bad
these
there.
damn
My
protocols.
pseudo
No,
prediction. Yeah.
it's not your fault, David. It's the stupid protocols that Eric Spoelstra is very frustrated about very clearly. And so I think we could basically say that Nostradamus went 2-1 last year or last week.
I don't know
So
how clear we can be, but we'll roll with it. Why not?
okay, very good. All right, let's look at Monday at Cleveland tonight. In Cleveland, no Jimmy Butler, no Bam Adebayo, no Caleb Martin, no Markieff Morris. All of them
But
are not traveling with the team,
but
right?
you know who is traveling? Victor Oladipo, just for the experience. That's according to Heat PRs. He just wants to travel for the experience. First time probably ever anybody's traveled to
Yeah.
Cleveland for the experience.
I was just about to say I would like to travel for the experience. I like traveling for, but and then I like maybe not Cleveland, not Cleveland.
Right.
Here's the prediction: Gabe Vincent had 11 points the last time that these teams played, and he could find himself back in the starting lineup Monday night with Caleb Martin still in these health and safety protocols. So I like Gabe Vincent to score 10 plus points as a starter tonight in Cleveland, David.
Ooh, let's see. Yeah, Darius Garland, not much of a defender. I could see Vincent taking advantage of that lineup. That seems like a pretty good opportunity for him. He's got to be able to get that kind of comfort. I mean, look, Evan Mobley makes up for a lot of the team's mistakes defensively, so that's another big body that has to challenge. But if Gabe's feeling comfortable from outside, he lets that shot fly.
Yes.
I could see him getting those shots, those opportunities. Absolutely. 10. That sounds. So, do you have a final number? Do you want to cement it, or you want to just keep it a little bit nebulous?
I'm keeping it at 10 plus, which I think is just specific enough. And to your point, like Isaac Okoro is starting in that backcourt in this like
Yeah.
monster lineup that Cleveland has as a shooting guard. Essentially, this guy's a guy who could, coming out of the draft, like maybe he could play power forward, and now he's playing the two for them.
Yeah.
But this is a big lineup, and I think Miami obviously had a really hard time getting to the basket the last time that these teams played in Miami, and in that blowout loss. And I think with this renewed sense of wanting to shoot more from the perimeter, I think Gabe Vincent can be a beneficiary of that because I think Okoro is going to be guarding Kyle Lowry,
Good
and
point.
to your point, I think Garland will be getting the Gabe Vincent assignment because the Cavaliers probably don't know who he is, and so they just throw the weakest defender on him. Wednesday night in Philadelphia, are you ready, David?
Absolutely.
The 76ers give up the fifth highest opponent offensive rebounding rate in the league. And PJ Tucker, like we were just talking about, is playing with renewed energy and effort, especially on the boards. I like PJ Tucker for 4+ offensive rebounds. And I have a specific number if you want it.
Ooh. All right. Let me hear it.
6. I think he
Wow.
sets a season high with 6 offensive rebounds. The season high right now is 5. I think he gets 6 offensive rebounds in Philadelphia Wednesday night.
I could see it. That's interesting. I mean, I like the expanded opportunities for Tucker that we were talking about, and this is just another way where he's making an impact. Look, Tucker has become a beloved figure for Heat fans, right? I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
rebounds aside, the assisting and everything else he does, but just his willingness, the way he talks, his presence out there. Like at one point, he did get tangled up with Vucevic, crumpled to the floor. You could just see him, like he was just telling Vucevic, "Get the hell out of here." You know, basically, he didn't want to deal with any kind of niceties. Although Vuce tried to come up to him later on and apologize, and Tucker kind of begrudgingly shook hands. Like that dude is just Heat culture through and through. Like this guy should have been in a Heat uniform a decade ago. He would have been a perfect fit alongside the big three in any era because he's willing to do whatever it takes. The incredible ability to be so versatile, to be able to do so many different little things. I think has become such a key benefit in today's NBA, but I think he would have found a way on any Heat roster. But anyway, moving on.
That's a good point. Like, you could put him on the 2006 team, right? That won the
Yeah,
and he would have been a perfect fit. I
yeah.
didn't never thought about that, but you're absolutely right. And it's why he told me before the season that this was just destiny. That this was always, like, he always thought he would end up playing for the Miami Heat
I
at some
like
point.
bringing up Destiny during the Nostradumbwes section. Just seems best fit. Like that's the perfect fit. Kind of like PJ Tucker in a Heat roster.
Friday in Orlando. So the Magic have the worst defensive rating in the league. They give up a ton
Sure.
of assists, right? They just people move the ball so well against them. The Heat have been moving the ball really well lately. Have been shooting a ton of threes lately. So I like Miami to score 120 plus points
I
in
like it.
Orlando on Friday night. It is going to be a barn burner, right? That's what we call these, a barn burner. Maybe just for
Sure.
Miami. I'm not sure that Orlando is going to be burning barns, but the Heat will.
It's just interesting that Orlando fan, well, whoever attends the Amway Center usually cheers for Miami anyway. So
Yeah.
if it's an electric night where there's so much offense from the Miami side, I can imagine those "Let's Go Heat" chants starting up somewhere in midway through the first quarter. Unfortunately for Cole Anthony, he's probably not used to hearing that sort of thing. But
No.
yeah, it's going to be an explosive night for Miami. I agree 100%. I think your predictions. I think you've got a good
I like
chance of
these.
going 3-0 this week. I think these might be your
4
best
0.
predictions.
Maybe 4 0 because we got a Sunday game. We got that rare Sunday game. I feel like the Heat haven't played on a Sunday in a long time. Sunday in Detroit. So the Pistons have lost 11 straight games as
Mm,
of this Sunday.
mm,
Their schedule doesn't get much easier. I believe they play the Nets next. And so that's probably another loss. Although
yeah,
I think they're resting James Harden for that game, but it's not like they need them to beat the
doesn't matter.
Pistons.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're resting Harden in that game. They do have games against the Pacers and the Rockets before playing the Heat Sunday, so they might not be running this losing streak all the way into this Sunday game, but they are on the second night of a back-to-back. So I'm setting the stage here. I think they struggle just in general this season with wings that have length, right? That you just look at the guys who have been scoring a lot of points against them. It's just always these sort of nimble, finesse, athletic wings who could just kind of get buckets.
Yeah.
I like the Heat to get the win on the road, playing the Pistons on the road on the second night of a back-to-back. I love Tyler Herro. 26 plus points in this game.
Oh wow. Yeah. I think. Well, maybe that might be impacted somewhat. I don't know if Jimmy will rejoin the team at that point. I mean,
If
he
Jimmy's
hasn't
on it, then you
traveled.
give him the 26 plus. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice hedging your bets. There you go. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Somebody from the Heat roster is going to get 26 plus points. Let's go
That's
as
right.
vague as possible.